Good morning, class. We are working today on Unit 1, Lesson 5, Remembering. In numbers 1 through 4, we have some story problems where we are going to work with fractions, some addition, some subtraction, and some have a little bit of both. We are also on numbers 5 through 13. You will be working on comparing fractions just like we did, so that's review. I'll do a couple of those with you as a refresher, but you should have those down pretty well. We'll go ahead and start with number 1. It reads, the dog has gone 5/8 of the way across the yard. How much farther does it have to go to reach the gate? And you can see there's a little picture here of the dog and the cat. But this is one where you can use a number line. And sometimes a number line can help you create a clear picture. And I'm going to go ahead and, 1. Okay, this would be a little tick line, and that would be 1. Okay, and at the end down here, we'll have 0. And then we will break this up into eighths. So we're going to have this be 1/8. I'm going to make this one, I'm going to put it underneath, 2/8. I'm going to make the next one 3/8. The next one is going to be 4/8, and 4/8 we know is equal to a half. But 5/8 would be next. 6/8. 7/8. And then we know that 1 whole is the same as 8/8. And so this would just be a number line that could help you to compare fractions. It says the dog has gone 5/8 of the way across the yard. So let's find 5/8. Well, 5/8 is right here. So the dog has gone 5/8 of the way across the yard. How much farther does it have to go to reach the gate? Well, we can just count our tick marks on our line, and it needs to go 1, 2, 3/8 of the way further. So 3/8 further. Another way that you could do that is you could take your 1 and convert it to 8/8. Okay, in this in fraction form is 8/8, and you could subtract the 5/8 that the dog has already gone, and it will leave you with 3/8. So you could set it up as a subtraction problem, or you could do a number line that just helps you look at the problem or to visualize it. We'll go ahead and look at number 2. It says the cat has gone 7/16 of the way across the yard. Now, if we were going to be breaking this into 16ths, 8/8 would be our 16/16 spot, and then we would have another hash mark in between each, or a tick mark in between each of those 8s, because we're breaking the 8s into 16ths, and they would be listed just the same as we did there. 1/16. This would be 2/16. Oops, I'm having a hard time writing there. This one here, I'm going to drag it down, would be 3/16. And then 2/8 is also 4/16. Then we have 5/16, 6/16, 7/16. 4/8 is 8/16, 9/16, 10/16, 11/16. 6/8 is also 12/16. 13/16, 14/16, 15/16, and again 8/8 or 1 whole, and 16/16 are all the same. So the cat has gone 7/16 of the way across the yard. Well, we can go to 7/16 here, and we can see it's right here. So we have 7/16, and you can count your tick marks to the end. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7/16. He still has 9/16 to go. You can also set it up as a subtraction problem. So it's 1, and we convert that 1 whole to 16/16, and so it becomes 16/16 minus 7/16, which is equal to 9/16. So your problem, your answer is the same, 9/16 further. So 9/16 further. Number 3 reads, I cleaned 6/9 of my room, and my friend cleaned 2/9 of my room. How much of my room do we still have to clean? Well, this is a multi-step problem, so I'm going to give you a hint there. You're going to have to figure out how much of the room was cleaned by the two of them combined, and then you're going to have to go back and subtract that from one whole. So you have a common denominator to work with, so you should be pretty good, but remember there's 2 steps there. Number 4 reads, Mrs. Spencer's class is signing up to play sports. 8/26 of the students want to play soccer, and 12/26 want to play basketball. The rest of the students want to play baseball. What fraction of the students wants to play baseball? Well, you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to combine the 2 groups that want to play something other than baseball and subtract that from the whole so you can see how many students are left over, or what fraction of the class is left over that want to play baseball. So go ahead and do 3 and 4 on your own. Numbers 5 through 13, you're comparing fractions again, and you can use different methods, meaning you can multiply the denominators straight across to get a common denominator. You can use the cross method, or you can use a common factor to find the least common denominator between the 2 denominators. And remember, if you have 2 numbers on the top which are the same, so meaning the numerators, if you have 2 numerators that are the same, like if you look at number 13, you have 7 on top for both. When the numerators are the same, remember the bigger number is the one that has the smaller denominator. Okay, so remember how that works. You can go ahead and work through, I'll do number 5 with you, and just for a practice, and it says, well, I'm not going to do number 5 with you because it's easy, because it already has a common denominator. Let's do number 6 together. We have 4/9 comparing it to 4/10, and this is an easy one too. The numerators are the same, so remember you want to figure out which one has the smaller denominator, and that's the larger one. Okay, remember the alligator mouth eats the larger fraction. Okay, so number 6, 4/9 is greater than 4/10. Let's go ahead and look at number 8. It reads 3/5, and you're comparing that to 1/3. Now, I could multiply straight across and get a common denominator of 3, and whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So if I multiply 3 times 5 to get my 15, I have to multiply the top by 5, and 1 times 5 is equal to 5. I have to do the same thing to the other side, and I'm going to change my color so you can read it, but in order to get 5 to 15, I need to multiply that by 3, which means I multiply the top by 3. So 3 times 3 is equal to 9, and 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Now in my equation, I have common denominators, so it's easy to compare. I have 9/15, and I'm comparing it to 5/15, and so I know that 9/15 is larger than 5/15. So in this case, 3/5 is greater than 1/3, and so I can go ahead and write 3/5 is greater than 1/3. Remember, the alligator mouth eats the bigger fraction. You can go ahead and work on the other problems on your own. When you've completed this, please make sure you attach a picture, upload it, and turn it in on Teams. Thank you.